Hello, everybody. This is Tammy, of course. I wanted to run a pre-reel on this episode because I wanted to explain something. I edit all of these episodes, and I normally take a lot of stuff out. A lot of the times when me and the preacher get to laughing about something too long, or we take too long fumbling through our notes and there's dead air, I will usually get rid of all that. As you know from previous episodes, the preacher and I are kind of dorky and corny, but that's kind of who we are, and that makes our personalities so great, and that's what makes our friendship really great. On this particular episode, I did leave something in that I would normally take out. Me and him got to laughing about something, and it might not be funny to everybody, but it was hilarious to us for some reason, and I decided to leave it in because it kind of highlights the personality and friendship that the preacher and I have. So I hope you don't give me too much grief about it in the emails, and I really hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome, sinners.
Hi, welcome to Tammi and the Preacher podcast. I'm Tammi.
And I'm the preacher.
And on this podcast, we're going to talk about all things sex. So strap in or strap one on and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of Tammi and the Preacher. How you doing, Preacher?
I'm doing good. We made it to 6.
I know, it's crazy that we made it to 6.
Insane.
It doesn't seem like it's taking very long. It seems like it's flying. The weeks are flying.
Yeah, we just started this yesterday, it feels like.
It does. It does feel that way, which is kind of cool. We are getting a lot of movement. I think we've added a couple more countries.
Awesome.
Yeah, we,
Worldwide, baby.
We're worldwide. I mean, we had India. I think we now have Australia. There was South Africa, Greece.
Greece.
Yeah. And, of course, the good old US of A, but
Australia, let's go meet our fans.
I know. Them some sexual people down there.
Yes, they are.
Let's do it. So, hey, if you're listening and you're from Australia, hit us up, dirtytalktp@gmail.com.
Hell yeah.
We want to know who you are.
Yeah,
One listener in the whole country of Australia.
But share it with your friends.
Yes, share with all of them. So, has it been a good week for you?
No.
Why?
It's hot and miserable.
I know. It's not going to cool off. We're just going to...
This working outside is bullshit.
I know. Sometimes the AC feels like it's not working in the car, so...
This has been an outdoor week.
Oh, that sucks.
Yes.
Well, had any fuck time this week?
No, but I tried. I tried this morning.
Why is it... We did this last week where you're like, oh, well, I tried.
Yeah. And she said, no.
I think it's the heat.
I think so.
Because I'm not even feeling very sexual. I don't even want to fuck this week at all. I mean,
it's like, just stay on your side of the bed. Leave me alone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that's okay. Fuck it. We'll just look at each other intently from across the room. And
yeah.
We'll just mentally fuck each other.
There you go.
Don't touch me. It's too hot.
Whatever works.
AC's not working right. Get off of me.
That's where I need one of those ghost lovers.
Well, I don't know. Your wife might get jealous.
She might.
She might roll over and be like, what the fuck you moaning for?
I say, shut up, woman. No, I really wouldn't say that.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
no, yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would.
You would. Don't lie. Don't sit here and try to lie to people.
Then you hear the slap on my face.
So there is a couple things that got brought to my attention throughout the week.
Okay.
That I do want to talk about just real quickly. The female version of docking is called tribbing.
It's called tribbing?
Yes.
With a B?
TRIBBING.
Oh, okay.
And you can't trib without scissoring, so there's that. It's just clit on clit action. Did not know that. Did not know it had a name. And it was actually our Wiccan goddess who actually brought that up.
Hell.
I know.
I would much rather watch that than docking. Just my personal opinion.
Well, of course you would. All men would. Y'all.
And you would too.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, see, here's the thing. I've said this before, that I don't really get off on lesbian porn.
Okay.
Not my thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But I have scissored, so I guess I've tribbed. So there's that. And remember the sex position, the champagne room?
Yes. That was like, why the hell would they call it that?
Well, Max clued me in.
Oh, yeah?
It is basically...
Your paid-for husband that is fake?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The guy I grabbed off the street and paid him $10 to just give me information and fuck me. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that guy. He didn't leave.
He's still here.
Yeah, $10, really?
Every time I'm here, he's here.
And he's done the fucking dishes and he's vacuumed. My best $10 I've spent. It's all good. But the reason why they call it the champagne room is because the name comes from strip clubs. When the chick takes you back to the champagne room.
Oh, okay.
So the position was he's sitting in a chair, legs slightly spread, and she is in between the legs from behind, rocking it out.
Okay.
So
that makes more sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because otherwise I was like, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And I know that in the last podcast we talked about it. And you said, that Max would prefer the tequila room. And
yeah.
Of course, that's when you spin around and go, tequila. But no, it does make sense now. So I just wanted to kind of run that because that's actually kind of interesting.
That is, yeah.
Now,
and then it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, and if somebody could explain to me the flat iron and the other ones, that'd be great.
My day is perfect because I did learn something.
Yes, we might learn a little bit more.
We might.
So we're going to go ahead.
It might also crawls around on a chicken's ass.
What?
It's a mite. It's a little bugged.
A mite. Oh, God, you just grandpa'd me.
Yes.
Oh, my God. I cannot
Not a dad joke. That's a grandpa joke.
That is a very much a grandpa joke. Oh, my goodness.
I am a grandpa.
But, geez, you don't have to pull those out. So, the subject I have today, and I'm just going to get into it if you don't mind.
Well, let's just jump in there. It's how you don't have any hate mail.
No, I don't have any hate mail. We don't even have any, Chloe didn't give us her address. I guess she doesn't want us to come be voyeurs. She'll hit us back up. She probably hasn't listened to the cast yet. It'll be all right.
Maybe not.
Yeah. And my hater, honestly, I don't really care if he emails me back. So,
right.
And if anybody else wants to hate, y'all ain't even getting featured, so just don't even bother. I was thinking to feature that one. He's done, so.
Yeah.
So my subject today is autofellatio.
Autofellatio. I have heard of that, yes.
Where you can, or you have the ability to
fold over.
Yes, and suck your own dick.
Or, in a woman, lick her own puss.
Which is called something different in a woman.
Is it?
Yes, and I had the name written down. I'll figure it out. It'll be all right. Because autofellatio, and in porn, which I know there's a few of them that do it, but one that comes to mind is Ron Jeremy. He was pretty famous for being known how to do it back in his day.
That was back before he had this big, huge belly, I guess.
Yes, that was when in his younger days when he was much thinner. And I did a lot of research on autofellatio, and the very first known cases, one was in 1938, and the other was in 1942.
Really?
Yes, and they were psychological cases. And of course, both men were homosexuals, and they were pretty much combating the idea of being a homosexual. They were part of a case study on homosexuality, and they were the first ones that was ever gone on record to be able to perform autofellatio.
Was this a Kinsey study? I'm not sure what years that was, but
that actually sounds familiar because
he did a lot of sexual studies.
I think it was one of them was
I saw
Kinsey,
the movie on it
because there were 3 studies done, and I think Kinsey was one of them. Just to kind of make a joke here, before anyone goes home and tries this, you are to point out it's very, very easy to burn your mouth and lips if you go to suck off a tailpipe on an automobile. Read it online.
Oh, shit.
That's stupid, but I had to say it.
God.
But no.
That's why there's warning labels everywhere.
Exactly. Because somebody is probably going to be like, autofellatio. Fire up the Ford, baby.
God.
Okay. So I did. We're at the end of most of this laughing. We're doing.
It's hilarious.
It is hilarious. Okay, so I have.
I'm stepping up to the plate. I'm getting me a Mercedes tonight.
Oh, God. I seen that.
Oh, goddamn.
I was on Reddit, and somebody had asked, does anybody know how to best perform autofellatio? And that was one of the comments, so I had to read it.
Oh.
But
I got tears coming out my eyes.
I know. So I did a lot of research on autofellatio, and everything, every bit of it, I swear to God, every bit of it was negative. Every bit of it was
Really?
just absolutely negative. I mean, okay, so a lot of injuries, a lot of ER reports from spinal injuries.
Oh, yeah.
From trying to perform autofellatio, and a lot of haters. A lot of men just doubt other men that say they can do this, and Joe Rogan is one who has gone on record saying that he could.
Really?
And he'd been like pretty much slammed for it. And my whole thing is if you stop and you think about it, gymnasts, they're pretty bendy. And I don't
Yes.
care if you have a big, huge dick or a normal sized dick. If you're really flexible, you could probably pull it off.
Yeah.
I don't see how, it can be pulled off. I've seen videos. I watched Ron Jeremy do it, on one of his old porns.
There was always the old joke, if I could suck my own dick, I'd never get married.
Right. It kills me that all the negativity that comes with it. And I'm just like, hey, if you can literally suck your own dick, A, it does not make you gay. It makes you,
Self-sufficient.
oh yeah, very self-sufficient. But then you have to think, there's nothing wrong with you. And that's some of the articles I read.
Except for your back problems.
Well, right. But I mean mentally.
Right, now.
Yeah, psychologically. People were like going on the psychological, like, who would want to suck their own dick? There's got to be something wrong with you. No, there's not anything wrong with you. It's no different than jacking yourself off.
Yeah, instead of your hand, you're using your mouth.
Yeah, so why is it such a big fucking deal? Why are people making such a big deal? And I got on Reddit and I kind of went down a little bit of a rabbit hole at some of the negativity of people who are like, pictures or it don't count, or, which is fine. It is kind of an odd thing to be able to do. But at the same time, if you walked up to me and said, I can suck my own dick, yeah, I'd want to see. Just out of pure curiosity, but I would not ever think you were a liar. Why does it matter to me if you're boasting about it in an inaccurate, in a lying way? It doesn't matter to me, but if you could, I really would want to see it. I think it's kind of interesting that people are out there and they can actually do this.
Well, honestly, if I could, I would probably try it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
If I could lick my own clit, oh yeah.
You know what you want done.
Exactly. I know exactly. Dude, I could do the ABCs backwards, upside down. Yeah.
That's good.
So, autofellatio, that is just, it's interesting to think about.
Yes, I have heard of that.
And my whole deal is like, where did the fucking word fellatio even come from anyway? I know that I think that
It must be French.
I think it is, and I think it was written in some piece of literature, probably from the 1500s, as I think that's when it very first
Probably so.
was talked about. And of course, it was a psychological evaluation. Oh, darn.
Lock them up. They're crazy.
They're got to be nuts if they want to put somebody's dick in their mouth. Come the fuck on, people. But as far as like the idea of a blowjob goes, I think that the first times that was actually talked about in, I would say, the United States, is from what I can understand and what I've found, was in publication since the 1950s.
Huh.
So I find that kind of odd that they weren't talking about blowjobs before then.
Well, it's amazing, you look at somebody and judge by their face whether you lick where they pee from.
Well, that's true. Yeah, well, there is soap and water.
Yeah.
Okay? Some people's mouths are nastier than their dick.
Yeah.
So let's just go there. But, also, speaking of the first publication, like I said, I could find it in specifically the United States, was the 1950s. And that just kind of also made me think of how uptight this fucking country is when it comes to sex. You can go over to fucking Europe and you're not going to get the kind of conservative bullshit that you get
I was in Europe in the early 80s, and a Speedo was a regular thing.
Well, yeah.
Men wore those like nothing.
And their commercials are, they'll show a tit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Porn is not necessarily a no-no, and sex is not necessarily a whispering conversation.
No, it's pretty open.
It is pretty open. And God, Germany. I have heard some wild fucking stories from Germany. I mean, my uncle, he was stationed over in Germany during Vietnam, and that's where he met his wife. And my God, he told me that you come to the United States, it's like...
It's uptight.
Uptight.
Yeah.
Don't show skin. Button it up all the way to the chin. Keep it all the way down past the ankles.
The church women that have the dresses that'll come down and you can barely see a foot.
Exactly. And it's like, come the fuck on.
I'm not that conservative.
Right? I think we're getting better at it. In the last 30 years, I can say we've gotten better at it because sex is more of a table conversation. And when I was...
How many billions of dollars does the porn industry bring in every year?
Well, right.
And it's not from one person.
No, you're right. You're right. And it's everybody's been doing it in their closet. They're huddled up watching porn secretly. And people are like, oh, porn's so naughty. Well, we're conditioned to think that.
Right.
We're conditioned to think that if we're watching it, that we're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything wrong. I can sit and just watch porn and actually not be aroused by it. Just actually watch it.
Yeah.
You know, and then I have to really find something to be aroused by because I have to search it. And we've talked about that before. How
I just watch it for the dialogue.
See, I don't even watch the damn dog. I was like, what are y'all doing new? What new is out there? But no, I mean, we're just so conditioned to think that these things are wrong. And it kills me that in 2022 that somebody who can perform oral sex on themselves.
Why would they be shunned?
Yeah, why are you shunning these people? Applaud them, especially if they could really fucking do it.
Yeah, because now we're supposed to embrace a man that can suck another man's dick.
Well, yeah.
Okay, that's fine, but you can't suck your own?
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
Hell,
what's the fucking difference?
You don't have to worry about STDs if you're sucking your own dick.
You're goddamn right there. No gonorrhea of the mouth here, people.
Yeah.
Unless you got gonorrhea.
Well, yeah. I guess you could give it to yourself.
You could, maybe. I don't know. But it kills me that all the negativity I found just on one simple subject.
Huh.
And it really bothered me to think that, you know, we're still living in this world where we can not be sexually open to all things that we do to each other, let alone to ourselves.
Yeah.
Consensual things.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure sucking your own dick is a consensual thing.
I would like to think so.
I mean, unless you got multiple personalities, then it might be quite interesting.
That might need a study.
That might definitely. You know, how many multiple personalities do you have and how many of them can suck their own dick?
I don't like it when he sucks my dick, but I like it when he sucks my dick.
I think this episode should be titled Arguing with Yourself.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Would you if you could? I mean, you said you made
absolutely.
the joke, but yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Have you ever tried?
Have you seen my belly?
Okay. Before, you know, age set in and everything started, you know, sinking and
there was just too much gap. There was no reaching.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even like if you laid down on the floor and like pulled your hips up. And I'm trying to imagine ways to do it.
You know, if I had Ron Jeremy's dick, yeah, it wouldn't have been a problem.
Yeah, and there's a picture of him that's quite famous of him doing it, and it's almost like a dog licking his own nuts.
Yeah.
He just got like one leg cocked and his head's down there, and it's like, oh, well, good for you.
Yeah. I think it might take too much concentration, though, to enjoy it as much as it would if somebody else was doing it.
Then you know how us bitches feel. We have to concentrate.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead, try it. See what we go through.
Yeah.
And then I also started looking up things because I went down a rabbit hole with a little bit of looking up things of like the first blowjob reference and publication didn't have anything to do. And I still need to actually look into this a little bit more because I'm not 100% sure if this is accurate or not. But one of the things I read was the first blowjob, the word blow and job, put together in a sexual way did not have anything to do with the dick at all. It actually had to do with blowing cool air on the anus of a male.
Huh.
And I don't know how accurate that is. So
I was always wondering where to come blowjob because you shouldn't be blowing.
Right, exactly. And it has to just be a euphemism for the opposite of sucked.
I guess.
Or something. I don't know. It's always been kind of weird to me to even think about.
You should have done more studying.
Well, Life has been really going on this week.
Yeah, I know.
So Google's been reading to me a lot.
Yeah.
Pull up an article, just have Google read it as I'm driving down the road. And I do that a lot, though, because I can't just sit and read my phone.
Yeah, well, I can't either.
Yeah, so I just have her read it to me, and she'll read me whatever article I want. And, sometimes...
Can you switch your voice on your Google over to Sam Elliott so you would really get excited?
Oh, man, I wish. There's like 3 or 4 different male voices on there, and they are not attractive at all. I like the Australian girl, but then she starts to irritate me, so I just got her on regular old Google voice.
Oh.
Yeah, she ain't sexy at all. Let me tell you, this bitch pisses me off because she tells me which way to turn left, when I'm supposed to turn now, tells me where the fucking stop signs are.
It's like being married.
Yeah, so me and her, we don't have a very good relationship. We're kind of irritated with one another all the time. So having her read something to me, makes me pay attention a little bit more and not get any kind of arousal out of it. Because I'm like, oh, nag.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Oh, man. So that's my thing, is autofellatio.
Well, that's interesting. It really is.
Well, it is interesting, and it was one of those things that I thought that it would be it would go more of a comedic way.
Yeah, don't fuck the Ford.
Yeah, don't fuck the Ford. Don't put your mouth on the tailpipe of a Ford.
Or the Chevy.
Or the Chevy. Or the Studebaker, if y'all still got one out there.
God, that's for the old guys.
Yeah. If there's anybody that old listening to this podcast, I want to know who you are.
Please email us.
Yes, dirtytalktp@gmail.com. I want to know who you are. And speaking of demographics, our age range is actually pretty much people in their mid-30s to mid-50s.
Really?
So yeah, it's kind of cool that there's people out there that might actually identify with some of the shit we are talking about.
Yeah.
So, but
they're in our age range.
Age range, people. No,
Them young whippersnappers should be learning from us.
They should be learning. Take notes, children. Learn your address, learn your phone number, and take notes from Tammi and the Preacher.
There you go.
But no, like I was gonna say, I thought it would be more comedic, but it kind of disturbed me that there was a lot of negativity around it.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising.
It's sad. It's sad that people out there are still downing on people for their sexual preference, and it's stupid, but
yeah,
it is what it is. And that's like a whole other rant I don't need to get into.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So, what is your wonderful contribution to this episode today?
Mine is going to be, what would you do?
Ooh, with a Klondike bar?
For a Klondike bar.
Oh, yeah. I could do a lot for a Klondike bar.
Okay. What would you do if you walked in on Max with another woman? A, get mad. B, sit and watch. C, start recording. Or D, get pissed off and leave.
Can I ask questions? Like, who's the other woman?
Well, you can ask anything you want.
Okay, well, so who's the other woman? Somebody I know, somebody I don't know?
Somebody you know.
Oh, I'd be pissed if I didn't have permission.
Okay, somebody you don't know.
I'd watch.
Would you watch? Okay. Would you start recording?
Oh, well, if I had my phone in my hand, which I usually do, so yeah, I would probably be laughing, going, hang on, wait, don't pull that move off yet, I know that one, hang on. Let me get the fucking camcorder up.
Let me set the tripod up.
Just stop for 5 seconds.
I'm going to enjoy myself, and the camera's going to be shaking. Give me my tripod.
No, I think, here's the thing. There would actually be a shock and awe about it for the simple fact that me and Max have a very specific agreement.
Yeah.
So, hopefully I would already have I would already know that he would be fucking somebody else. But if I walked in on him just out of random, and the person actually fell within our agreement rules, and yeah, I might actually just sit there and watch. I might actually pull the fucking lean up against the door, light a fucking cigarette, and be like, continue. That would be the more accurate, what I probably would really do.
Yeah.
Okay, Preacher, what would you do if you walked in and seen the preacher's wife fucking another man?
Well, I would kick back and watch.
So you would watch?
I would watch, yeah.
Okay, well... What were your other options in there? Like watch,
get mad about it.
Get mad. Okay, yeah.
Then there was watch, record, or get mad and leave.
So you would watch?
I would watch, yeah.
Would you jack off in a corner?
I don't know. I'd be afraid if I was watching. I'd be overly sensitive, and I'm afraid if I grabbed it, there'd be a premature explosion.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy.
No, I don't want to be that guy. And I don't think my recording skills would be good enough. I might try to sneak in a few still shots here and there.
What do you think she would do?
She would probably freak out and then tell me to get out. Or, I don't know, you never know. She would say, hey, come on over here. Which, then again, the first touch may be too much.
Well, here's a good question for you in light of this. Would you want to catch her and her know that you caught her? Or would you want to be, like, sneaky about it, like you were hiding in a corner or hiding somewhere that she didn't know you were there?
Probably be sneaky about it.
You would be okay with, catching her with another man, but you would also like to be non-known that you were there.
Yeah, that'd probably be the best part. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
I can show her a picture later.
Oh, God, I'd love to see how that conversation went.
Say, hey, baby, guess what I got?
Oh, I wonder what her reaction would really be if that would ever happen.
Oh, pale white at first. She would be like, I got caught. And then, I just don't know. She might try to make it up to me.
Oh, there you go. That's the real stuff right there.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
I'd be all about that.
You probably would, wouldn't you?
Make it up to me, baby.
Well, what else you got for me? Because apparently you've made a list.
Well, indecent proposal. Would you have sex with somebody else for a lot of money?
That's the one where he offered her $1 million.
Yes.
Like where he offered the husband $1 million.
Yes. Or if it was you or if somebody offered you a lot of money to take Max away for a weekend, what would you do?
Oh, I'd take it.
I'd take
Look, that motherfucker's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Me and him were fucking super solid.
Yeah.
And I look at it like this. If he leaves me for somebody over a 3-day adventure, I still get the money.
There you go.
I win either way. I mean, I either get the money and I get him back on Sunday, worn out, wet, tired, probably wouldn't ever want to fuck again, and the money, or I get the money and I can just go buy me a new boyfriend. No, I would. I do it. If somebody actually came up to me and said, I'll pay you, and it has to be a decent amount of money.
Well, not like $40.
Yeah, fuck that.
140. We can start
maybe,
talking.
maybe another $40. No. Look, the electric bills due. This is what you got.
You better perform good.
Yeah. You got to work off that electric bill, goddammit. And while you're at it, do some tricks. You got the water bill to pay, too.
Yeah. Let's make this $240.
Yeah, no shit. But no, I mean, if somebody offered me a significant amount of money to fuck Max, and Max was okay with it, because I'm not going to force him to do something he doesn't want to do.
I'd be like, get your ass in there.
But I'm going to tell you right now, he'd probably do it just for the money.
You never know. He might do it for free.
He probably, well, if she looked a certain way, yeah. So I'd have to actually, can I get this check post-dated?
Yeah.
So I can actually have it in my hand? Because I don't want this motherfucker to start saying it's free and all.
Don't hand me a bank card.
Yeah.
I want a check.
No shit. Write me a check, cashier's check. You can post-date it, whatever you got to do. But I need something in my hand to fucking seal this deal.
Yeah.
Contract. I'll take a bitch to court. She promised me $1 million to fuck my old man.
It ain't small claims.
Yeah, exactly. Bitch, you paying me $1 million.
And you better perform.
Exactly. You took him off the property. I don't care if you fucked him or not. He left in your car. I get $1 million. That's all there is to it.
There you go.
Okay. Well, what about you, preacher? Would you accept $1 million to have your wife sleep with somebody else?
Show me the money. Show me the money.
Oh, you're gonna pull some Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Now, would she also accept the money to have if somebody wanted to sleep with you for a weekend?
Probably. Yeah. For that kind of money, she'd probably tell me perform well.
Oh, really?
Probably so, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. For both of us, would it be based on performance or would it just be based on...
Well, she would just want them to get their money's worth.
You know, and On the flip side of that, because I did answer my part of that I'd let Max go, hey, $1,000,000, fuck yeah. But I don't think he would actually let me fuck somebody else, especially if it was a man for $1,000,000. He might actually turn it down.
Really?
I think he might. I might have to ask him.
Yeah, you need to get inquire about that.
Yeah, I'll let you know, guys, next week if Max would let me go for $1,000,000.
Anybody's got their checkbook out, come on over.
Trust me, I am a fucking freak, and I'm willing to do it all. I really am, especially for $1,000,000.
I would too.
Oh yeah, we definitely would. All right, what else?
Well, let's see.
I know you've got all kinds here, and
I've got all kinds of
rolling
notes.
with it.
Okay, does size matter?
To me?
Well, in general.
No. Well, that's a tricky question. It's very tricky because
It's very widely asked. That's why I'm asking.
well, okay,
You're a woman.
right, and to me, I'm going to honestly say that size doesn't matter. But then there's a part of me that if it was a one night stand and you got a micro PP, what else can you do with your tongue? And then maybe size wouldn't matter. But if you're depending on that appendage, it might matter.
Yeah.
But if there's other things that you can do, hey, I'm cool with it. Now, if I fell in love with somebody, no, it wouldn't make a bit of difference to me at all.
Really?
Yeah, not a bit of fucking difference because I love people for their mind. And if I'm going to fall in love with somebody, it's going to be a emotional and intellectual love and friendship before it's ever physical.
Okay.
So yeah, that's just me personally. And that is the truth.
Well,
I know.
that's good to know.
I'm an odd duck. Because I could line up 20 fucking women, me being number 20, and I'd probably be the only one that said size doesn't matter.
Yeah, because the preacher's wife would say, oh, yeah, size matters.
Right. I know yeah, but that's just it. But I don't think that she might mean it. I don't know. I don't know. It just depends on the situation. But like I said, if it's a one night stand thing and he drops trowel and he doesn't have much going for him, we'll make it work. I wouldn't laugh at him. I wouldn't do any of that.
Well, that would be bad. Laughing, yeah.
But I know some females who have done that before to men, and it's like, really? How shallow are you? But I can just say that, I've never actually been with a man that has had a micro PP.
I kind of figure that most women, if it was a micro PP, they'd be like, yeah, I'm looking for some side dick. Because, hey.
Well, if it's a...
Women watch porn too.
We do. You're absolutely right. But, at the same time, it's like, what are we looking for? I mean, if we're looking for that big, huge dick and we're going after it, and it's going to be a one-night stand type of thing, then I would feel like that we would do our best to search it out. We would be on Tinder very specifically, or,
right.
Whatever site we're on, cousins only, whatever we're doing.
Okay, we're not in Arkansas. Sorry, Arkansas, but it's a stereotype. It's been labeled forever.
Fine, Christian mingle. Whatever your outlet is, I would hope that you're very honest and specific going, I want a giant fucking cock. And somebody shows up that actually fulfills their need. But if you strike up a conversation with somebody and one thing leads to another and they happen to not be very adversed in their, junk area, you got to make the call.
Yeah. And
be like, do you have a Gene Simmons tongue? 'Cause we can rock and roll with that.
There you go.
And party all night.
Yeah. She wants to rock and roll all night.
And party every day. As long as you got that Gene Simmons tongue. I got an extender in your pocket. Anything. I don't want to ever sound like a shallow bitch. I really don't. But it might matter. It just, honestly, I don't think it would.
All right. Do you have your celebrity go-to that if they ever happen to come by?
Yeah, absolutely. You just don't even have to finish the question. Timothy Olyphant.
Okay.
Yeah, Raylan Givens, Justified. Oh my fucking God. He wouldn't even have to pay me any money. Or Max, I'm sorry. He wouldn't have to pay Max any money.
You done forgot about Max.
I kind of did. I got a special tingling for him. Let me tell you. And here's the thing: I don't really particularly like cowboys, but something about him in that or in that TV show, and he plays a U.S. Marshal. Something about him, the way he walks, and that fucking hat and the way he wears it just did something to me.
Huh.
And Max has tried to show me other movies that he's in where he's like been really dorky, really unattractive, and
Trying to throw you off the scent.
Right. And if I'd have watched those first, I might have not feel the way I feel now, but
right.
It's all over with. I mean, we all remember the game Sims. I still own that game. And yes, I created my character and I am married to the character I created, which is Raylan Givens.
I really don't know what that game is.
It's a real life game where you basically create yourself, you build your house, you have your kids, you do what you want, fuck your neighbor, kill the cat, whatever the fuck.
Boil the bunny.
Yeah, whatever you want. Put in a mod, be a hooker, whatever you want to do. It's just a fun game, and I have created. It's funny because there's fans on there and users that they create characters all the time, and they have made some that were downloadable that was actually Raylan Givens. And yeah, I downloaded one, and he's my husband, and we live on a beach house, and yeah, he's really fucking hot, and I just play out my dreams in Sims with Raylan Givens.
Well.
Yes, good old Timothy Oliphant. He's my go-to. My second would be Samuel Elliott.
Yeah.
Mustache rides for free. And trust me, I'd hop on if he ever asked.
Yeah, my wife said she would leave me in a heartbeat if George Strait ever picked her up. I don't know what her deal is.
See, and that's the kind of cowboy I just don't like.
She has a thing for him.
I know, and one of our friends who is male has a thing for him too. Makes me question his sexuality at times. But hey, to each his own, and I'll love him no matter what. But I'm just like, okay.
I'm questioning which friend this is.
You know.
Oh, I'm sure I do.
You know exactly who it is. Sometimes we call him the bod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotcha.
Look who's caught up.
Yeah, gotcha.
No, I mean, I can see where a lot of people think that he's a good-looking man, George Strait, and he is a good-looking man. There's nothing unattractive about him at all, but he's just too clean-cut. Like, he's just too square.
He's not going to get dirty in the bed.
No, he's not. I would think that being a musical person and also being a musician myself, that something about him would turn me on, of him being shirtless, you know, in a cowboy hat, playing me the guitar, but hell, he barely plays it on stage, so I'm like, I'm not even going to get fulfilled there. So I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, well, mine's Tia Carrera.
Tia Carrera.
Yes.
Wow. Why?
I don't know. Something about her just, yeah. She gets me worked up.
You want her to come do a flappuccino on you.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Yes. I watched her whenever she did the Relic Hunter and then True Lies. Oh, she was hot in that. And her and Jamie Lee Curtis could have jumped on me together and I'd been happy.
Yeah, I could do some Jamie Lee Curtis too.
Yeah.
I could. There was something about Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies that was really fucking
dorky sexy.
Dorky sexy.
Yes.
That is it. And I enjoyed it. I did. Those high-waisted fucking panties.
Yeah. And her dorky dance. Yeah.
I know there was just something about it, but she's a brilliant fucking actress.
Yes, she is.
She is. And Tia's pretty fucking hot.
She is.
Now, she wasn't the one that was in From Dusk Till Dawn, was she?
I'm not for sure.
I don't know. Now I'm really curious if she was, because that bitch was really fucking hot. And I could fuck the shit out of her. Selma Hayek. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, she's a hottie too.
Yeah, she is. I think the first time, I mean, I've seen her in Dusk Till Dawn, but I think the first time I actually really kind of mainly really paid attention to her, and this is stupid, is from the movie Fools Rush In.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it has Matthew Perry in it. It's a romantic comedy.
That's probably why I didn't watch it.
Yeah. And then it clicked that she was, you know, the really hot bitch in fucking From Dusk Till Dawn, little hot vampire chick, that little snaky snake dance.
And her and another hot chick did a Western where they went back and killed everybody.
Oh,
And
really?
yes, 2 really hot. God, I can't remember who that was either. Penelope Cruz, maybe.
Penelope Cruz. Banditas.
Banditas. Yes, I watched that movie. It was, wouldn't say the movie's horrible, but they made it worth watching.
Well,
They
of course
really
they
did.
did.
Yes.
And it was her and Tia?
No, that was
Just Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek, and I can't remember who the other chick was.
Penelope Cruz.
It was Penelope Cruz, yeah.
Penelope Cruz, all right. Oh, that's got Dwight Yoakam in it.
It's like the movie Sahara. I watch it because Penelope Cruz is in it.
I could fuck Dwight Yoakam, too. Just for him to wiggle a little bit, and then that's about it. That's like all I'd want. I would just want him to just stand over me in bed, butt-ass naked, do a little wiggle, but he has to keep his hat on. Because
And hold his guitar the whole time?
Yes, and hold his guitar the whole time, keep his hat on, completely naked, do me a little wiggle. I think I'd be good for the rest of the night. Be great. And not him now, maybe like him in the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
I was about to say, that's been a year or 2 ago.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah.
But no, I could probably go for that.
That's why my wife likes watching Pure Country, because it came out, 30 years ago.
George Strait hasn't really aged badly.
No.
He really hasn't, but he's got this weird side smile. I just can't get behind it. I don't know why. She's going to hate me when she finds this out. That I can't be on her train right now.
Well, I'm like, honey, you just have to give us some Geritol. Kind of like what you say to me. Give her shot. That's her hall pass.
Would you give her a hall pass?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, a true hall pass?
Yeah.
With George Strait?
Yeah.
She may not come home?
Well, as long as she sends me royalty checks, I don't care.
Okay. And then we've come back to getting paid.
There we go, yeah.
Full fucking circle.
Yeah.
So, seen any good porn lately?
No, not really.
Me neither. It's been kind of boring here lately. I'm just like, ugh.
It's been too busy to watch much.
I know. I think that it's just, you would think people get more sexual in the summer. But this summer's just been fucking miserable. So I don't want to watch porn. I don't want to fuck Max. I just want to stay somewhere where it's nice and cool. There's a fan on me and maybe watch some TV. Maybe we'll hold pinkies from across the bed,
Yeah.
Poor Max. He's going to hear this going, really?
He's like, what? I'm sitting here waiting to be a stud and you don't even want nothing to do with me.
Well, no, he's probably going to look at me and go, this whole fucking week I thought I did something wrong. And come to find out, it's just the fucking heat. I was going to play a game with you. And I still want to.
All right.
I know, right? So, what is your narrating skills like?
Not very good, probably. Just guessing.
Since we have listeners, not viewers, they can't see us. I was just going to, do something and I was going to have you just describe to our listeners what I'm doing.
Okay.
I know you look very scared.
Tammy is sitting there with earphones on, giggling into a microphone, sucking down Diet Dr. Peppers.
Okay, so I have something for you.
No way. Not a chance.
You gotta tell them what it is. What am I holding?
She is holding a strap-on. Pink in color, I believe. It's a little dark in the studio.
Pinkish orange.
Okay.
It's so funny. This is a really old one and it's broke.
Well, I'm scared to ask how that got broke.
Well, okay, so it vibrated and gyrated and did all kinds of things, but it had a remote. And see, here's the wires, the broken wires.
Oh, okay.
Me and Max had a little too much fun with it. Mainly on his end, he had the control.
Oh, okay.
And
I was about to say, what?
No, he had control. We didn't even have it in the harness. But because, as you can see, it is a true strap-on. It has the clit stimulator.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but we were just having a little bit too much fun with it. And I ended up...
Did you wash that thing before you wrote it in here?
Oh, yes, dear.
Okay.
Sweetheart, yes. And it broke because I ripped that whole, stop. Because it was just getting to be too much. Because this thing was actually fucking intense. It wasn't like a normal vibrator. This fucker would, jump around. And so he had it on, some god-awful setting, and I don't even remember at the time, but...
Called launch?
Yeah. Something.
3, 2, 1, lift off.
Exactly. And I ended up breaking it. And it had lived in the closet in a box for probably the last 10 years.
Wow.
And we call this particular closet the Bat Cave because it goes straight back. You can get lost in there, and we just always called it the Bat Cave. So he was in there doing some stuff and going through some old boxes, and he found this.
He says, "You remember this?"
Oh yeah, right. Remember this? This is not even our current one. This one's like really old. So yeah, I did make sure. I said, "Hey, I'm going to pull this on Preacher and see what he says." And
you ain't got enough lube.
Sweetheart, I got enough lube.
It better be in a 55-gallon drum with a hand pump.
I also have an 18-pack of eggs, so we can rock and roll. But no, I made sure that I was like, I knew it was clean when we put it up, but it was kind of dusty and been in that box. So, he washed it and cleaned the strap onto it. Look, it's all leather and black. And folks, I'm telling you right now, I will actually put the picture of this strap on and all its glory on our Facebook page, Tammi and the Preacher. So if you really want to see what it looks like, no big deal there.
No, it's a pretty big deal.
What is that, like 8 inches? 9?
At least 8.
No, I mean, it's not very much bigger than the palm of my hand.
It's big enough. That's scary.
Oh, come on. You know you want it.
Yeah.
You know you want it.
Preacher's wife comes to me with that, I'm running.
Yeah, I was actually going to pull this on you last week, but our chemistry was a little off.
Yeah.
So I decided not to. It's all good. I was going to actually buy some Ready Whip. Put that up there first. But no, just for fun. Yes, so we're sitting here, and I was...
Did you hear the thud when it hit the table?
It is.
Yeah.
It's heavy. It's
well, I'm sure it is.
It's heavy. You can touch it. It's clean, I promise. Soap and water clean.
Yeah, that's pretty good size.
But you can see the little mechanical thing in there.
Yeah.
That thing is big. This thing would...
That's a 2-cycle.
Yeah, at least. Dude. Yeah, it's not very comfortable. It never was very comfortable. I mean, I can bend it, but it's just not very comfortable. And
that's why it doesn't work. Because you bend it in half.
No. See, the thingy's down here. But this thing would, like, rock and roll. And it's like, fuck this damn thing. I need something a little bit less excited than me. But no, I have been wanting to pull that strap on, or a strap on. I thought about, we have one that's really huge, and it's kind of a joke.
I bet it is.
But I didn't want you to run.
What did you con me into?
See your little cartoon ghost still sitting here, and you're already in the damn truck rolling out.
What is happening in the studio tonight?
Oh, lots happens in the studio. We should just not even call it a studio anymore. It's a dungeon. But that actually reminds me, one of our listeners, which is one of our friends, they actually brought something up to me that I think that you and I both should do some research on. And it is a Netflix special called Sex Rooms. And I don't know if that's exactly what it's called, but that is pretty much the gist of it. Yeah, Sex Rooms. It's a show on Netflix on how to build a sex room, a sex shed, and one of the chicks on there, the host of it, and I was reading a little bit about it, is from the UK, I think, or Europe. Anyway, it's actually supposed to be pretty fascinating, and I read a whole lot about it, and I kind of want to, watch it. Even though I don't have Netflix anymore, I might just actually get a month's subscription just to kind of watch it, catch up, and see what's going on. But we could turn this into our own little sex room. I'll even take the music instruments out. We're just sitting here in whips and chains, and we could seriously sex this room out. And then we might be, get a little way too excited on these episodes.
What is Max going to say about all this?
Max does what I tell him to do.
Yeah, whatever.
He does. Trust me.
Not on that, I don't trust you. He'd be like, no.
He'd let me do whatever I wanted if I really wanted it. I mean, it's not like we're actually going to use it for the purpose that we make it. I just think it'd be funny. Me and Max might use it. Hang a swing from the ceiling and Black velvet the walls. Why not?
Dark enough in here as it is. I'll be the videographer.
I'll just have the camera set up and I'll just tell you how to push play.
Okay.
You're pretty technologically unadvanced.
Yeah, I'm challenged. Very challenged.
Oh, it'd be great.
Record.
Yeah. It's just a red button, man.
Yeah.
It's just a red button. I tell you what, I'd even make it easier for you. I could set you up a chair in a corner. You could be right there behind the camera where you can still have a full view of what's going on. You don't even have to touch the camera at all. I'll give you a remote control.
Awesome.
It even has Zoom on it.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm a voyeur. I'd do it.
You could do it. You
Yeah.
could totally do it. Now, would Max let it happen?
No. He'd be like, fuck no.
You don't know. He can get a wild hair up his ass and want to do something crazy, like let somebody watch me and him fuck.
I don't know about a wild hair, but considering the size of that strap on, golly.
The thing was interesting when we would play. It's just not even normal.
Hey, you'd be chasing him around the house for 20 minutes. He'd be like, no. No.
Well, I can tell you this. I couldn't get him to take it either, so one of these days I will find a willing participant that is male that will let me use a strap-on on them.
Well, keep looking.
You know what? I will keep looking. No, I don't even remember why we even got this one. I think it was more of a joke than anything.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, because this is not even one of the normal ones I would use on a woman. So, and usually the ladies that I hook up with from time to time, they bring their own strap-ons.
Oh, yeah?
Ones they prefer. But
Are they big ones or little ones?
no, they're moderately sized. I think there was only one chick that I hooked up with that she brought out this fucking big mammoth motherfucker. And
he was like, oh, hell yeah.
well, you heard me in Max's, episode on, like, sometimes women don't have the best rhythm with strap-ons.
Right.
And I really don't think I'm any better, so I don't really think I don't feel like I did her any justice, but boy, she sure acted like I did.
As long as she was happy.
Well, maybe. I don't know. But this thing was huge and it was weighted.
Huh.
And it was uncomfortable to wear because it was so big.
Pictures sure didn't happen.
Oh, honey, there's pictures somewhere. No, I mean, it was just awkward. And that was a long ass time ago. But yeah, the strap on to it, the actual strap on was actually smaller than what the penis was. So it was just really awkward. Like, It wasn't very proportionate. That's about the biggest one I think I've ever used. Most of them were moderately that size. So
8 inches or so.
yeah, which I'm questioning if that's 8 inches.
I don't have a tape
I
measure
think
on
it's
me.
like 7.25.
It sounds like somebody's measured it once.
No, I don't even know. I just know that it's not much bigger than my hand, so. But I will definitely post it on Facebook because that would be hilarious. Oh, man, you and I need to get masks.
Yeah.
Then I could, like, take a pic. No, I tell you what, fuck the mask. Let's take a picture of you holding it and send it to your wife. You just see a trail of dust, skid marks and all, just fucking coming around the corner, kicking in the door. What the fuck are y'all doing in here?
Yeah. I'm scared she'd be saying, hand it over.
I know.
I'm taking him home.
She probably would. She'd probably text me back and be like, just go ahead and throw that in the back of the car.
Yeah.
Bring it on home with him.
That's scary. Scary.
Has she ever talked about using a strap-on on you?
No.
Like, I know we've all made jokes about it.
Well, we have jokes, yeah.
Yeah, but that's just about it?
Yeah.
She's never actually asked? No. Oh, okay.
No, but there's plenty of jokes about it.
I think it's hilarious. I mean, one of these days I'll find a guy that'll let me do him with a strap-on, but probably not in my lifetime. Probably in my next life. That'd be all right.
You never know. We got some friends that are freaky. They don't act like they are.
I really don't want to strap on any of my friends. It's really weird. Because all of our friends, to me, are kind of family.
Yeah.
So it's just a little awkward.
And we're not quite that far east.
Yeah. I mean, there's like a couple that might want it. And I don't even want to know who those are, to be honest. But
Yeah,
I'm just like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
We're at the end of the hour.
Our hour is up. It has been fun.
It has.
It has. You learned something.
A little scary. somebody pulls out a strap on like that, I start getting worried.
Oh, folks, y'all should have seen him. He wiggled just a little bit in the direction of actually running out the door.
Yeah.
I had to do it to you, Preacher. I had to. It was just inevitable. And the fact that I actually own one, at least.
At least, yeah.
Okay, guys, I really do appreciate all your inquiries, and I appreciate you guys listening, and I hope you continue to listen and follow, and please share the podcast. Remember, you can email us with anything. I don't care if we're at episode 235 and you're just now listening to 6. Email us about anything you've heard on here. We will definitely...
We will respond.
Yeah, we will respond. We will love to hear it at dirtytalktp@gmail.com. And don't forget, hit us up on Facebook at Tammi the Preacher, and you can friend me personally at, Tammi Preacher on Facebook. And guys, I hope you have enjoyed your Taboo Tuesday.
And if the sex isn't fun, you're not doing it right.